Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the brand new and we like to think improved
Yes.
version of I Heard That, our first broadcast here on Restream. Thank you for the alternate services that allow us to keep doing what we do at around the same price point. We appreciate you.
Yes.
I am your vibe mistress, Stephanie Renee, joined as always by my co-hostess with the mostess, Sharice. And we
Hello.
want to welcome anyone who happens to be tuned in tonight, our first time ever, doing an audio only version of the show that is broadcasting live to the Soul Sanctuary Radio Mixcloud channel. Huh?
Yes.
Subscribers. A little bonus, we talked about how we were going to use this sort of new era of our organization and the technology to explore new ways to bring you great content. And so we hope that for those of you who are tuning in audio for the first time or who will listen on the replay, that you will enjoy this opportunity to experience a part of Soul Sanctuary Radio that maybe you've never experienced before. This is new territory for us.
Yes.
And so we welcome you. And tonight, it is the first of the month, first of all. Everybody got, Bone Thugs and Harmony playing in your head. So, all the reasons why we wanted to use this opportunity to explore this new platform and these new opportunities, and to share a playlist tonight that is full of songs that talk about new and first and all those things as we kick the tires on Restream and figure out how all of this will go down in the future. And Sharice, I see that also, for those of you who have never tuned in before, it seems like Sharice has a running contest to always have the longest song of the evening, and tonight is no different.
I don't do it on purpose. Not usually. Not usually. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, can we do I think we should do the 12-inch one, I don't
Mhm,
usually do that on purpose. It just,
mhm.
it just organically happens.
And I mean, it always tickles me because you have the two longest songs tonight because
Yeah, I mean,
because it is just your way. But that's all right. We got some great music for people tonight, and so I think we should go ahead and jump into it. Give them a vibe. Our new folks, give them a vibe for how we do what we do.
yes, yes.
And
So,
so I was very tickled.
yes.
I sent you a message about an earworm that I had in a rather compromising position on Sunday. But this 80s R&B thing is a real treat. And so I had one. I had an 80s R&B earworm.
Yes.
And looking at your selections for this, I was like, well, my earworm and your first song of the evening sort of go hand in hand in terms of vibes.
Trying to tell you. Yes. So I guess I mean there we have heard songs about new beginnings, starting over, blah blah blah, moving forward. We've had songs like that, forever. And when you suggested this theme, like that, this was literally the first song that came to my head.
That's funny.
And there's been a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't want to phone it in,
Mhm.
but I was like, let's go with that, because usually the songs that pop into my head, I'm like, okay, we'll table that. Let's put that on the list, and then let's see if I, go a little deeper. Will I find other songs that I would, that I would play in its stead? So, but this song stayed. Well, it started and then it stayed.
Uh-huh.
Especially after you told me that we were kind of like here
Yes, for sure.
that moment. So I was like, okay, well that must be a sign that this is a good song. And I don't think have we? I don't think we shared any songs from this band
No,
yet.
we have not.
So I want, and I'm, I try to do is not, I try to get a song that maybe I'm not familiar with, in a show. Then I try to get a song that I'm like, remember this, y'all, like that type of. So this is that for me. Well,
Okay.
the only one because I do old school a lot, but this song is by a band that we see them as very fierce, particularly one of the lead singers, the female lead singer. It's the band called Sky, and in the vein of starting new and new beginnings and so on and so forth, Start of a Romance was the song that came to my mind. And I was like, okay, it's kind of literal, and that's fine because a couple of my songs at least are going to be like literal like that, but this one for sure. And but yeah, it's one of those throwback songs that you like, oh, that was my song, I remember that one. And so here we have it, Sky with Start of a Romance.
Indeed. And for those of you who are viewing tonight's show, hit us up in the live chat while we are chatting with you,
Yes,
or
say
while the
hi.
songs are on so that we can communicate. We want
Yes.
to know who is out there checking us out, and we want to join the party. So this again is Sky, Start of a Romance. I heard that. And we're back. this is like I say, we are kicking the tires on this thing. This one operates a little differently than our former platform.
Yes.
So, there may be, excuse me, a few little pauses here and there as we dig into the playlist tonight, but hopefully it is still operating well on your end. Sharice and I were just saying that we look much clearer to ourselves on this platform.
Yes. I mean, our melanin is like, being highlighted. Yes.
On and popping and back.
you got, and listen, you got yours too.
You know what? It is a running joke between us, y'all. Sharice and I have traveled all around God's green earth together, and we had one particular incident in St. Lucia where a man questioned my tan to great comic effect, and so it remains a joke with us. But hello,
yes,
plus I got some color this summer.
It's. I mean,
you know what? Moving on in the music. You better respect my brown. Anyway.
Girl, you is brown. Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm browner.
Yes. Okay.
All right. And so for my first selection of the evening, there are certain artists that have been through some things very publicly. And, we as a community, sometimes it's painful for us to relate, right? Yeah. There's just a lot that's happening with people. And when you are a celebrity before life be lifing, then, you have to deal with that. And a lot of people are very good. Like there are some artists who have children, for instance, who are very good at not having their face plastered all over everything and subjecting their children to that celebrity life and the gaze before they are old enough to make some choices about how they want to interact with that life. And I respect that. This woman had the tragedy of having her life partner, her husband, unalive himself, and then have to sort of deal with trying to move forward.
Yeah.
After all of that. And so I was a fan of the music, but I was even more of a fan of how brave she was in the face of that kind of tragedy. And more recently, how she has chosen to actually speak to the media about that, because she knows that there are a lot of people who are her fans who are out here in this world trying to deal with these feelings, these notions. And so she wants to begin to put a face on the grieving, on all of the emotions that you go through when that happens in your circle, and help people to deal with that mental anguish on either side of that potential situation, which I think is really wonderful. And on top of that, she's beautiful and she can sing. So, in dealing with this particular theme tonight, I was like, oh, I'm picking this song for all of the reasons. But in the song, of course, she's speaking about that freshness, that newness of love. And so that is a way that I want us all to sort of appreciate the genius of Corinne Bailey Rae. So from her album that's titled The Sea, this is a song that is called Feels Like the First Time.
Nice.
I could pretend that I was okay. I'd wind around the parties, drinking hand. I could pretend when you went away that I you're my lover. Angels in the sky will listen on our love. It's hard to deny what is happening. Although we talk on the telephone, we laugh at the things we know.
That. Like I said, I don't mean the dramatic pause. There's just a lot. There's a lot to manage, y'all. There's a lot going on.
Listen. We gonna work through it, you
We are
know.
going to work through it. It's going to be so much smoother next show, I guarantee. But yes, so Corinne Bailey Ray, love that even though she is, sort of moving into her growner woman stage, there's not a whole lot of filler and all kinds of things happening with her. She's
Yes.
letting the maturity come
Yes.
in as it will.
Right.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. And not that there's anything wrong with folks who want a little tune up, a little tweak here and there, so they
do
feel
your
good about
thing.
themselves. Listen, I'm do what you need to do, but I also appreciate people like a Jamie Lee Curtis, who has been like, she's like, you know what? Don't airbrush me in the magazine.
Don't.
If you airbrush me, I'm suing.
Yes.
Like, I like who I am.
Right.
Like, let me be me.
Yes,
I'm not
we are
hair.
definitely going to age, and the way that we age is unique to us, to each of us.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't have a problem with people changing, or like you said, tweaking something. I just really want to recognize you when I see you. That's I'm against. I don't like filters in pictures either. I do not use no filters. So if I take a picture and there's lipstick on my tooth, guess what?
I've done that. I've done Lippy
I don't even
Adventure.
fix
I've
it.
done
I
Lippy
don't know how.
Adventure videos where I was like, oh yeah, there was some
Yeah,
crazy things going on.
I have lines coming in under my eyes and stuff. Listen, I use concealer. Okay. I use concealer because these dark circles be dark circling. And they've been dark circling for a while. So yeah, I help myself too. But I don't have no problem with whatever you want to do. If you want to lift something, to tuck it, whatever you want to do. I just want to be able to that's me being selfish. I just want to be able to recognize you when I see you. And I don't want to feel like I'm looking in the funhouse mirror when I see you. Because it really does put pressure on other people. Like, am I supposed to be doing that? No, you don't have to do that. Do right. You. Yeah, and that's it. And Corinne Bailey Ray looks. I love that look. I mean, if we look like kids, all our lives, when are we going to claim to have wisdom? And when are we going to claim to be seasoned? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that comes with that. I look forward to, and I enjoy it now, but I look forward to continuing, to feel like people value my life experience, and that it's not wrapped around what I look like. It's wrapped around what I've gone through and how I did that, so that I can.
And you and I have been through some things.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen. So let's claim the hard-earned knowledge that we have from those things.
That's right.
I feel you.
Absolutely. And I love that she's, and with her, she's living, like you said, in a spotlight, and having to navigate children and that experience that she had, which I'm sure was traumatic. And and she's not 20,
right?
You know what I mean? So thankfully, I feel like the gaze on her has not been harsh.
Yeah.
But as we know, it's not like that with most people, especially those who are popular or celebrities or what have you. So
Absolutely.
that's a very sweet song. There's these artists that I keep missing. Like I'll hear them, oh, I gotta get that music, and then I miss it. I still don't get it. And I'm like, oh, I need it. There's
But
there's
this
a
is
couple
this
that
is what we are here for, because we do this for each other as much as we do it for the wonderful people who are tuned in and partaking
yes
in our conversation tonight. So
yes.
that's the beautiful part of all of this.
That's
But
for Auntie Mary Alice. I'm always gonna know your face, Auntie Mary Alice.
I want to share it just so people
Auntie Mary Alice is 85, I think. Yeah, I'm proud of your age. I know that you are too, and I'm telling it. My mother, Auntie Mary Alice's sister, my mother Dolores, would probably throw something at me if I said her age. I didn't know how old she was for a long time, and when I did the math, I was like sworn to secrecy, or I was gonna get beat. Consequences. I don't have that same thing with age. I'm 53. But my Auntie Mary Alice is 85, so she looks great. My Auntie Mary Alice has always looked the same my whole life. My whole life. The only thing that probably has changed is her hair. Her voice is the same. Everything is the same about my Auntie Mary Alice. Our Auntie Mary Alice.
And we are deeply appreciative that she is such a regular when it comes to the program. So thank you for tuning in, Auntie Mary Alice. And as we talk about beloved seasoned folks in our lives, and especially in our culture, that reminds me to mention that we lost another giant today, y'all. In the passing of John Amos. Many people are aware of him for all kinds of roles, between Roots and Good Times and Coming to America and so on and so forth. He has been a presence in our lives for a very, very long time. And his family shared with the world this afternoon that he had made his transition. So just have a moment to acknowledge another powerful cultural giant who is now on the ethereal plane.
Yes.
And, it tied into that because your next selection is from what was a husband and wife duo.
Yes.
And you had the pleasure of fangirling on the remaining member of the group recently. So I will leave it to you to take it from there.
I think I did okay. I mean, just looking at the picture of when I met Valerie Simpson looks way less crazy about the eyes than the picture when I met Jill Scott. So I'm doing better. I did better. Yeah,
you are learning to dial it back just a bit.
Because I was, I wanted to be like in the picture, but I was able to take a regular picture, so I'm glad I'm doing better. Okay, Auntie Mary Alice, thank you for hanging with us as always. I love you very much. I've been gushing about Ashford and Simpson a lot because I just have so much respect for them. They've been a part of the industry and an integral part of it, and a prolific part of the music. And they have written songs for so many people, and not just those who but like those you would have never thought that they wrote songs for. And they've done it for decades, multiple decades, like 50 years, decades, And so when I met Valerie Simpson a couple of weeks ago at the Ashford and Simpson Sugar Bar in the city, it just kind of reignited in me this feeling of gushing hood, like. So when I was looking for songs for this. Okay, so you can get to hear this. You get to hear this Ashford and Simpson song that was new to me when I was looking at these. When I was looking for songs, I don't even know how I came across. I think I just went on YouTube or something. I don't know how this song came about, but it was like on theme. And so I wound up getting the album just because, you know, it's Ashford and Simpson. But when I think about like starting anew, a lot of times when we have to do something new to us, we are battling with, well, what if that, and what if this, and so did it, and that it didn't turn out too good, but this so did it and they did great. I think I want to do what they did. Like we go through all this back and forth with ourselves. We're fighting, battling. And this song by Ashford and Simpson simply says, follow your heart. And a lot of times, you know, that we may call it intuition, we may call it divine intervention, we may call it, you know, God speaking to us, whoever we call God. And a lot of times that is the way to go. So I decided that, you know, I'll pull this song it's another sweet song. You know, I don't know if I didn't try to balance my songs this time, but I do have a balance. But yeah, so this one is a very sweet song. It's an encouraging song, an uplifting song, and reminding us that a lot of times the answer is what we need to get home is already inside of us. So we have Ashford and Simpson with Follow Your Heart.
Here we go.
There's no reason, and all thought is out of season.
And you know you're one with creation.
That's when you begin to follow your although there's no reason, all thought is out of season.
And you know you're one with creation.
That's when you begin to follow your heart.
I heard that. See, it takes a minute, but I get it.
Woo.
And I kind of agree. That did feel a little Disney. That did
Yes,
feel a
it
little,
did.
animated filmish.
Yes. Listen, I hope somebody watching because it would be perfect. It would be perfect. Don't have to change nothing about the song. It definitely sound. I never even thought about that, Angela. That it sounds like a Disney song, and I definitely agree.
It does. It does indeed. And I know people have been mentioning we it's worth it to say that the US vice presidential debate, the one and only one,
Yes.
is happening. It begins at 9 o'clock. So I said to people, you have a couple of options, right? Like, we understand if you want to leave us at 9 to go give that your full attention, or if you're like me, sometimes the way that people speak to each other, that tone, that thing gets under my skin. So you also have the option of watching it with the captions on, so you can see everything that is being said and still listen to us. So it
Right.
keeps your spirit in that nice, happy, warm, receptive place.
Yes.
So, just letting you all know that you have some options in terms of how you're consuming your media as our evening presses on.
Great idea.
And so for my next song, I'm always gonna represent for Philly. And I always love to make sure that, we've got the Philadelphia artists that everybody is familiar with on all different kinds of levels. And then
Mhm.
there are those who did not necessarily get their big break while they were still here. So unless you know their background, you might not know that they're from Philly, but
Right.
Philly's everywhere, y'all, in
Yes.
this industry, in all
Real.
different kinds of musical forms. And so I'm bringing this gentleman back. I played another song of his on a previous program,
Mhm.
but as our theme for tonight is like new, then I wanted to come back to the music of Amos Lee and give you more of that soulful, rocky, bluesy kind of vibe
Yes.
that he
Yes.
brings to his music. I also think he's adorable. So, having a picture of him on the screen for the next 4 minutes or so is also not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
But in this concept of how we talk about new, how we celebrate new, then I thought that this song, talking about those things that we cherish about new romantic relationships, would definitely put us in a warm and fuzzy kind of place. So from the album Spirit, This is Amos Lee with a song called New Love.
Okay.
Softer than the summer sun across my window. Oh, she's lying there as the violets will bloom. Round and round this carousel, I am underneath her spell. She's lying there silently, patiently waiting, wondering if I can kiss her on her shoulder. It's just new love. It's just new love. Yeah. I can smell last night's perfume, like the sun up in the sky while the moon is still there. All these times to share, I can't wait to say good morning, baby. What you wanna do today? I can't wait to get you. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get you. Oh, my fears, my anxieties. You set my mind at ease. Your sensitivities are free. Your sensibilities will see, and I can wait. I say to, I can't wait. Oh, what you wanna do today? I can't wait to get you. Oh, it's just new love. It's just new love. It's just new
Ah, oh, Philly. You don't expect that from Philly. People find out that he went to college in South Carolina, and that's where he really dug in to that bluesy sound over there, and they associate him with that. And I'm like, nah, that's Philly. That's Fishtown. You know what I mean? That's that brewery, singer-songwriter, bar, trying to find how to tell my story in my own way kind of sound from here.
Yes.
So I have an appreciation for that. There's a blues tradition that happens here too. It just normally sounds a little different, but I love the fact that he kind of pours all of himself into how he presents himself to the world, and that he didn't feel beholden to what people normally think of when they think of Philadelphia sound or Philadelphia.
Right.
So 2 thumbs up to Amos for being his own man.
Philly can be bluesy too.
Yes,
It can.
it certainly can.
Now, Angela, you have to give me more information than that.
Oh wait.
I have a friend who teaches and loves to dance that looks whose child looks like Amos Lee. Who is that? You know I need more information than that. You know I need more. Tell me.
Yes, indeed. This was like we need specifics.
Yeah, listen.
But for those of you who might just be tuning in, I'm your vibe Mr. Stephanie Renee, joined as always by my co-hostess with the mostess, Sharice. This is I Heard That, and this is our first night on our new platform. It's the first of the month, and so we decided that we were going to lean in to that first and new. So the theme for tonight's program is like new.
Yes.
And we are embracing all of that as we get used to our new platform and really kind of dig into the music and the vibes here on Restream. We are happy to be on this platform, and we are going to get into it now. So I joked at the beginning of the program, y'all. I joked that Sharice is always finding the longest songs that we could possibly play on the program. You will find them in her playlist. But this one I certainly cannot be mad at because it comes from one of my favorite films and favorite soundtracks of all time. And so we're definitely going to lean in to that for this one. So please cue this one up, my friend, if you would.
Yes. Sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes all you need to go home is already within you.
And I knew where you were going with that, which is what made it funnier to me.
Okay.
So other people will appreciate it as well.
Yes. So like, again, I was kind of like very literal with this song, but I just love this song, and it definitely fits the the theme, and of course in the movie The Wiz, the film adaptation The Wiz, this song comes at the end of a period of oppression.
Mm-hmm.
These people were working under the worst of conditions, in a sweatshop, and upon their being freed from their boss, if you want to call her that.
I mean, when your boss is named Eveline, you kind of know what you're dealing with.
Okay, you already know. When they were upon their freedom, they burst into song and dance. But this was a musical, so that's what they were supposed to do. And and so this song, as I think we mentioned before, Luther Vandross is the songwriter on this song.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us didn't even know that when we were watching the movie and stuff. We didn't realize that we had Luther Vandross writing songs on the soundtrack of our lives
and singing
yeah. So like, awesome. So this song here is the marking of them leaving such a horrible place. Now StreamYard wasn't horrible for us, but we did leave with something that we had gotten used to. I'm doing kind of good with my tech savviness lately, at least with these platforms. I'm doing all right. So we did move from one platform to another. We had gotten used to it, and then we came here, and it's like, how's it going to be? Is it going to be okay? We're going to do all right. The first thing we noticed was that we were very crispy clear in this camp. So it's not a bad thing. We having our little glitches, but we still doing all right. So in that spirit, I wanted to share with you Brand New Day from the soundtrack from The Wiz, the film from 1970, I think 8.
Yes. And I just want to say, for those of you in the listening audience and viewing audience, we can't see you. So if you decide that you want to get up and practice your ography as you remember the good feelings that this song inspires,
Yes,
nobody's judging you. Go ahead
that's
and knock
right.
yourself out. That's what this is
Get up
all
and
about.
dance. Everybody rejoice.
Yes.
Everybody look around, cause there's a reason to rejoice, you see.
Everybody look up and feel the hope that we've been waiting on. Everybody's glad, the sound of feeling glad. Freedom to see, instead of us singing so joyfully. Just look around, go to yourself and check it out. Can't you feel our brand new day? Can't you feel our brand new day? Can't you feel our brand new day?
Were y'all moving? Were you at least chair dancing? Because if you didn't allow yourself to get in some part of the vibe of that song, you're losing.
Yes. I'm trying to keep my back, still.
Yes,
You
you have a medical exemption.
Oh, thank you.
But yes, I thank you. I thank you for bringing that to the fore. For those of you who are not subscribed to the Soul Sanctuary Radio Congregation Facebook group, you may have missed that Sesame Street posted a video last year, but one of our members reposted it recently, where the very first episode of Sesame Street in November 1969 was a group of, I'm going to assume they were all, fairly accomplished background singers that they put together in this group to sing the ABCs, sing multiplication.
They were counting to 20.
12, right?
Counting to 20.
Oh, to 20, yes.
Yeah.
But Luther was among the vocalists that they assembled for that. I mean, straight up they went from playing, the bass and the keys and everything to cowbell and tambourine.
Yes.
As they went up on the fire.
And garbage can top.
And Oscar the Grouch even was dancing along reluctantly.
Right.
So it was very, very cute. But man, have they come a long way.
Yeah, man.
It's still hard to believe that Sesame Street is older than I am, just as a program. That's like kind of crazy to me, but it's wonderful.
Yep.
It's wonderful that resource has been around for so long.
That's right.
And, Sesame Street taught us a lot about how to get along and be friends and learn things that are going to be useful for us in life. And I debated with myself about whether or not I was going to share this next song because of one of the artists included on it. But I also want to give a little room and grace for genius in the midst of mental struggles.
Okay.
Because he's so gifted, and sometimes he opens his mouth and says horrible, horrible things. So I'm acknowledging that up front. I cannot say that I'm a fan or a stan. I just appreciate when he does good things. And he is best when not left to his own devices, where he's in some dark mental, emotional space and making this moody music that goes off the rails somewhere in a land that most of us do not want to dwell in. But when he's keeping it light and fun and paired with other people who know how to make great music, then Kanye is elevated in lots of ways.
Agreed.
And so on this one, he is joined by another musical genius, as we like to say, in the body of Pharrell Williams. And this one just, this is one of those where it's more feel good music. I'll put it that way. It's just one of those things where it makes you smile and makes you bop. If you're driving, it might make you speed a little bit. So I always like to put out those warnings in case you're listening instead of watching.
Pay attention.
So from a project titled In My Mind, how ironic is that? This is Kanye and Pharrell, and the song is called Number One.
All right.
World's famous. World's famous. You're now listening to Skateboard P and the Louis Vuitton Dime.
I'm back.
It's so unfair, so unreasonable. Let's go.
I must have hurt your feelings.
Come
Your
on.
temper hit the ceiling. You know I wanna talk to you.
Get him, please.
Oh girl, come on. But to maintain this living,
Come on.
cause God knows it's not given. You know I got lots to do. Oh girl, come on. I know this part ain't pretty, but you know I'll be busy. That's why I can't talk long on the phone. Oh girl, come on. So honey, if you with me, know I work for your pretty face to smile when I get home. And women they love you, know it's gonna be your man, cause you my number one.
Baby girl, you and me,
Smash it,
That's a hit to me.
off the charts.
Look how she get to me. She might be nothing to you, but she the shit to me.
Soon as I'm done,
Tell me how you love that. Number one, can't put nothing above that. You deserve a verse from me. We gon' party like it's our anniversary. Go.
didn't I just tell you
Go.
that you're my Cinderella? My dream only fits one size.
Come on.
Oh girl, come on,
Come on.
You know I'd rather be where you are. You are my shining star, but last night that just wasn't right. I know this party pretty, but you know I'll be busy. That's why I can't talk long on the phone. It's all for you, baby girl. Come so honey if you with me. Know I work for your pretty face to smile when I get home. And when we make love, you know it's gonna be
Everybody say
number one.
Baby girl, you and me.
Smash it,
That's a hit to me.
off the charts.
Look how she get to me. She might be nothing to you, but she the shit to me.
Soon as I'm done,
Tell me how you love that. Number one, can't put nothing above that.
hold your heart.
You deserve a verse from me. We gon' party like it's our anniversary. Go.
Number one,
Baby girl, you and me.
smash it,
That's a hit to me.
off the charts.
Look how she get to me. She might be nothing to you, but she the shit to me.
Soon as I'm done,
Tell me how you love that. Number one, can't put nothing above that. You deserve a verse from me. We gon' party like it's our anniversary. Yesterday I was half the man you see. Maybe that's because you the other half of me. You my number one hit on the line of the charts. I'm a FedEx, my love, and how you sign for my heart. For my number one eye, keep your dumb fly. They fresh to death, you life after death. I resurrected my gold, Jesus of Nazareth. Now we fresh as a prince, why they jazzy Jeff? And you don't be saying shit when they asking questions. And you be giving me my space. You don't be running on my space. You know some other shit I hate. When they violate. But tonight, man, I ain't in the mood for it. Don't matter who wore it, you wore it. Look how you coordinated it, man. That's my favorite. I love the way that it fits on you. Yeah, baby girl, that's the shit on you. Come on,
off the charts.
look how she get to me. She might be nothing to you, but she the shit to me. Yeah.
As I'm done,
Tell me how you love that. Number one, can't put nothing above that. Famous, you deserve a verse from me. We gon' party like it's our anniversary.
number one,
Come on, come on.
smash it. You're my number one girl, off the charts.
Get 'em,
Classic, you're my number one. Soon as I'm done,
come on, come on.
dashing. You're my number one. To hold your heart and smash it.
Take 'em up.
You're my number one girl.
World's famous.
Girl,
World's famous.
girl,
World's famous.
girl,
World's famous.
girl.
It's a cute song.
I really enjoy that song.
And
It's so classic, Pharrell. It's so classic him. And Kanye too. Like, like the two came together very well on it. I mean, I'm not surprised though, because both of them are really good. I mean, really good writers and producers. So.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, I feel like left to his own devices, knowing that he's struggling with mental wellness, Kanye kind of goes way out into some space that a lot of us do not feel comfortable following.
Right.
But when he's with people that are equally yoked, it kind of holds him in,
Yeah.
and allows him to stay in a good solid lane.
Right.
What he does, and enhances the whole situation. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of recent stuff that I would feel comfortable playing, but with that one, I was like, a couple bad words here and there, but overall, the vibe of that song was just good in keeping with what we're offering people tonight.
I definitely like that one.
Thank you.
And that was from Pharrell's debut solo album.
Yes. He's ridiculous, man. Hit makers.
I promise.
For sure. But as we speak about hits, and anybody who knows Sharice knows that regardless of the fact that the theme of the show was like new, if there was a way to find a song that was somehow going to fit this theme, with this family, she was going to find a way to do it. And this one is entirely appropriate.
It definitely fits this theme. So and especially because we took a hit. We have been taking hits, and all of us have been taking hits like every 5 minutes somebody else is gone.
Yeah.
And my musical brother Tito passed very recently, and so I did want to play a song by the Jacksons that I felt could fit. So we're talking about new beginnings, new things, new experiences, whatever, however you want to take the theme. And for me, this song is like still encouraging people to take a new perspective of other people, to think new in terms of us as a community, of us as a society and a world. Michael was always, heal the world, and they don't care about us. Like he had a lot of songs whose themes were global, and this is one of those themes as well. And they had a few songs too that were like encouraging us to not war with each other.
Yes.
And this song, Can You Feel It, is definitely one of those songs. It talks about loving each other as equals and being keeping peace and things like that. And this came from 1980, but it is very much relevant right now today.
Like, I was gonna say, and right now as we speak, because we know that some of the folks who tuned in earlier have gone on to watch this vice presidential debate. So perhaps you all might want that, turn the captions on and listen to the music to just put you in that good, safe, spiritual space. While
put some bubble wrap around your spirit. This song is like bubble wrap around your spirit. Okay.
Yes.
And again, like I said, it's very relevant today, like in real time. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play it. And because Tito, is no longer with us. And of course, Michael isn't either. And so that's what we have for my final song for this evening. Can You Feel It by the Jacksons from their Triumph album, 1980.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Sing aloud because we want to make a crowd. Yeah, touch your hand and sing a song so pure, salvation brings.
Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ooh. Can you feel it? All the children of the West loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's alright. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Take the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers and that won't do. 'Cause we're all the same. There's the blood inside of me, it's inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you see what's going down? Can you feel it in your bones? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah.
Every breath you take is someone's death in another place. Every healthy smile is hunger and strike to another child. But the stars do shine, and promising salvation is near this time. Can you feel it now? So brothers and sisters, shall we know how?
Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you see what's going down? Open up your mind. All the children of the West loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's alright. Get my message to your brother and tell him twice. Get the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers and that won't do. Yes, we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside my veins is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? 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 Can you feel it?
I heard that. That's such a great song.
It really is. It really is.
That, I mean, and the video, of course, for those of us who are seasoned enough to remember the video, of course,
Yes.
is classic, which is where that photo came from.
Yeah.
But I just think about the hours that I spent in my basement, in between the speakers, you know, because I didn't want to listen to it with those big headphones on. I wanted to listen to it fill the room, and just the sonic clarity of the
Yes.
production
Yes.
on that. Shout out to Gamble and Huff. You know what I mean? Like that there's so much. That is
Listen.
again that sound of Philadelphia, married with the talent of that family
Listen.
and all of the things that came along with it.
Yep.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Another time that they were allowed to do their own thing with writing.
For
You
sure.
know.
For sure. And so, my final song of the evening is one, hopefully, I think Sharice is going to have a smile on her face when she realizes what it is.
Okay.
The song is deceptive because the title is not why it fits into the theme for tonight. The refrain of the song is what makes it fit into the theme like new.
Okay.
Because in order for us to really move in a new direction, we have to give energy to the new thing and trust that it's going to take us where we need to go, right? It's going to be that new step, that new breath, if you will. And because my co-host and good friend is a very big fan of house music, I wanted to make sure that I ended with that kind of vibe for us tonight, because we all need a little more house music in our lives, if you ask me.
Never too much. Never too much.
And when I started down this house music path as a vocalist and songwriter and working with my production team, Steel Vibe, a lot of the DJs called us Baby Blaze. And so I thought, oh, well, hell, why not? Let's take them home tonight with a little bit of the inspiration for some of what we have poured into the world. So this, ladies and gentlemen, comes to us courtesy of Kevin Hedge and Josh Milan, otherwise known as Blaze. And this song is titled Breathe. That's a good song.
That's a good song.
And that was probably the first Blaze song I ever heard.
Mm.
And I was like, that just makes me feel good.
For
that
real.
song makes me happy.
Yes.
So, hopefully we have
Good
conveyed that joy to you all on this first day of the month. There's a lot of things happening in the world that might try to pull us down emotionally, but we are glad to be here on
That's
this
right.
first of the month in a new digital space, sharing with you all. And I'm turning the mic over to Cherise so she can run down the full playlist, especially for those of you who did not get a chance to tune in right at the top of the program. This is our regular practice if this is your first time tuning in, period. So we want to make sure that you know everything that we shared with you and that you go support the music. So Cherise, if you would.
That's right. Our theme tonight was newness. The new. New in every aspect of life, whichever way you take it, whichever way you're experiencing it. Tonight, this theme was for you if you're on the new. Okay. The first song we started with was Start of a Romance by Sky. We threw it back like
with 2 Y's.
Yeah, Sky with 2 Y's. Okay. From there, what is it? This was the title track from their Start of a Romance album from 1989. Mm-hmm. Then we did Feels Like the First Time from Corinne Bailey Rae, from her album The Sea from 2010. And then we did Follow Your Heart, which was a new song to me, and I wanted to bring something new to you all.
Me too.
Follow Your Heart by Ashford and Simpson from their Stay Free album of 1979. Then we went to New Love by Amos Lee, who Angela says looks like a friend of mine who's a teacher who loves to dance. I'm trying to think of who that is.
We'll get that worked out and we'll share with you all the next show.
Right. I'm gonna talk to her off, in the backstage area, and then I'll let you know who she was talking about. I'm probably gonna be like, oh, I see you meant, But anyway,
I want a side-by-side photo comparison.
Yes, listen, we're gonna have. I will follow up. New Love from Amos Lee. His album was Spirit of 2016, and I would love to point out that Spirit is also the title of an album by Earth, Wind and Fire that has a bunch of good songs on it. But I just wanted to say that he also had an album called Spirit that he released in 2016 with this song New Love on it, which was a good song. And then we did A Brand New Day from the Wiz soundtrack, the film version of the Wiz from 1978. Ooh. Then we did Number One, which was another great song by Pharrell Williams and Kanye West from Pharrell's debut album, the debut solo album, In My Mind from 2000. I have 2006. I hope that's right. And then we did Can You Feel It by the Jacksons, Triumph, 1980.
I gotta say also that you know how you get imprinted by things in the culture. I will always hear the original, but I also hear the version from Drumline.
Which Can You Feel It?
They used it as a flourish.
I can't remember. I don't remember stuff like that.
When you see it again,
I had to watch the whole movie to catch it.
Because marching bands are all of the horn,
Yes, of course.
The horns, and I was like, absolutely, they did that flourish.
I would think so. What I'm hearing when you say that a marching band using that, of course, I do have to watch the whole movie to catch this. Unless there's a clip of it on YouTube, which probably there is. But I'm thinking like how the way that the Jacksons, when they did the Triumph tour, they opened with Can You Feel It? And I was thinking that was what they use in Drumline.
You have to see. If I can find the clip, I'll send you a link.
I'll just watch. I'm gonna find where I can watch it because that's a good movie. I will invest the hour and a half, to watch it again because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And then our last song was Breathe by Blaze, one of my favorite house artists, Josh Milan,
Yes.
and Kevin Hedge, one of my favorite DJs.
Yeah.
I used to listen. Let me tell you, Kevin Hedge. I don't know if he's still on WBLS, but because I stopped listening to the radio years ago. But when I was still going into the office, this was pre-COVID. I was going into the office Thursdays and Fridays, and I feel like Fridays was when they did the after work mix, and Kevin Hedge would do it. And that was a person, a DJ who would have you stuck in your car. You did not want to get out the car. And even to the extent that by the time I would make it into the house, people would have posted on Facebook like, "Oh, Kevin Hedge is going off. I can't get out. I can't go in the house." And I'm like, so Kevin Hedge is one of my favorite DJs, especially if you're talking about a commercial radio station, WBLS in New York. That he used to just kill it for me, the after work remix. But that was from, I believe, because with these songs, you can never tell which album they came from.
Yeah, and I have it on a compilation.
Yeah, so I think the original song is on Spiritually Speaking from 2002. I think, but you can find remixes and other versions of it. If you search the song.
And I will say, for the people who are like, where do I buy house music? Because it's just not readily available in most commercial spaces.
Right.
iTunes does have a compilation. They did a series. Well, they didn't do a series, but I think Defected Records did a series of compilations of some of their favorite producers that they've put out music for, and it's called the House Masters series. And so there's a double album from Blaze, House Masters Blaze, where you can find that song along with many of their other hits.
Nice. And yes, Brand New Day was like 2.57 songs. It was long.
It's all
but
right.
You know what? You know how we tend to we like, those of us who like to shop, and especially if it's something that we like shopping for, we beat ourselves up because we always, the thing that we like is the most expensive thing in the store. So I kind of correlate length of song to the price of something that I love. So I just have this knack for liking the most expensive stuff. It's not about price, per se, but that's just what happens. Like, the things that I like wind up costing more than other things. So I kind of feel like that's the way it is with these songs. Like, the songs that I really want to share are like long sometimes.
Yes. I get that, because I've joked often that I could blind flip through a catalog and just put my finger on a page, and undoubtedly what my finger is on is one of the most expensive things in the book.
Exactly.
It's just it's one of them things. It's a first world problem, as they say.
It just happened.
But I want to just show you that.
Oh yes,
it's a confirmation.
Good.
So Kevin Hedge and Louie Vega, midnight to 2 a.m. Fridays on WBLS. That is lovely to know.
Yes, and that's another. I totally skipped over. Well, because Louie Vega wasn't on this song, but yes, Louie Vega is another. See, we get so spoiled. I'm telling you, we are so spoiled up here with this music. I'm telling you, as bad as the music is on the radio, we are spoiled with like legendary DJs who are still playing and entertaining us. Louie Vega on the radio.
Understand? I just and
he's been on the radio.
He is such a cool dude.
Yeah, like, very, very much so. Very much so.
So
and very, 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 very what is the word? Relatable, very, very approachable, like just mad cool. And again, he's been playing on WBLS for years. He's another person who, for a minute, I was like, is this the same Louie Vega? Because been listening to him for years, like on again with that After Work remix, or maybe he used to do the lunch. I feel like I heard him during the
But
day.
Sharice, we gotta let people go be in their
Oh,
political
I'm sorry.
selves.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you again for making this move with us to our new streaming platform. Hopefully, some of you have had a chance to now listen to us on Mixcloud. And so you know to look for Soul Sanctuary Radio broadcasting live with I Heard That. The visuals you can get on YouTube, and we're gonna have a mix and match of some different platforms to see where we want to land with this full time other than YouTube, but audio only. You can always listen to the show now, coming at you every other week on Mixcloud, on the Soul Sanctuary Radio Mixcloud channel. And we thank you all for tuning in and taking this maiden voyage with us on Restream. I think we kind of like it here. I think we're going to stick around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that you will stick around with us too, and we will see you or feel your energy on our next broadcast.